name is Rachel, and I'm the donation coordinator with Children's Care Arizona. If you're receiving this video, it's because you've expressed an interest in becoming a donation volunteer. So hopefully that means you and I will be working together soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through a quick presentation. All right, so Children's Care Arizona, that's the company I work for. And what we are is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, as well as a qualified charitable organization. So what this means is we are allowed to receive dollar-for-dollar tax credit donations, which we'll go into it in a little bit more detail later. We support low-income families with various childcare services. What's nice is childcare services is defined as long as there's more than one child that's participating in the event, the parent can drop off and there's a fee, it's considered childcare services. So things like preschool tuition, before and after school care programs, extracurricular activities, and more. We also provide the organization with grant funding. So this can be used for things like supplies, repairs, equipment, and so much more. So we really do offer a lot to the organizations that we work with. So a qualified charitable organization as defined by the Arizona Department of Revenue is one that provides immediate basic needs to residents of Arizona who receive TANF, are low-income residents of Arizona, or children who have chronic illness or physical disability. So QCOs are also required to spend at least half of their annual budgets on qualified services for qualified residents, according to the Department of Revenue. Also, just so I'm clear, Children's Care Arizona actually contributes 75% of what they bring in annually towards the organizations and partners that we work with, and our main focus is low-income residents. So let's talk about what a tax credit is. So a tax credit reduces an individual's tax liability or the total amount of tax debt owed to the government. So in the state of Arizona, residents can choose to redirect their state tax liability to 5 types of organizations, one of them being a qualified charitable organization such as Children's Care Arizona. So what's nice is you can also donate to more than one type of organization up to your total state tax liability. So like I said, there were 5 organizations and you could choose to donate to all 5 types of organizations. So what is a tax deduction? A tax deduction reduces the individual's taxable income. So for every dollar an individual claims as a deduction, her taxable income rate is reduced by that dollar amount. So let's give you an example. It's kind of easier if you look at actual numbers. So here we have tax credits over here. So if you look, John and Judy Smith, their income is $50,000. I gave them a tax rate of 15%, and their taxable liability is $7,500. Now, before any tax credits or any donations or anything like that, they would have to pay the state $7,500. With the tax credit, for instance, they could reduce the amount they pay to the state of Arizona. They're not reducing the amount they pay overall, they're just reducing where it goes. So here's an example. They can donate $800 to, say, Children's Care Arizona. They can donate $24.83 to a private school. They can do $400 to a public school. So now what they pay to the state is only $3,817. So this option is so amazing because it allows the taxpayer to choose where they want to spend their tax dollars instead of giving it all to the state. Now, if we look at the tax donation, if they have an income of $50,000, 15%, $7,500, they have a tax deduction of $500. So that reduces their tax liability to $7,000. But in this option, all of that $7,000 is paid towards the state. So now I bet you're asking, what if I did both? Because I usually do like Goodwill donations, and I would love to be able to do a tax credit donation. So the answer is absolutely. So this is what it's going to look like here. So you can see what's happened here is now that you have your tax deduction here, you've reduced your tax liability to $7,000. And then what we're going to do is split up all of the money. You're going to send it to various organizations. You're going to take it off your state tax liability, and then you'll have your bottom amount that you pay directly to the state. So yes, you definitely can utilize both credits and donations each year. So here's some fun additional information. The maximum allowable amount that you can donate to Children's Care Arizona is $800 if you file joint, $400 if you file single. You can only receive credit up to your state tax liability amount. but let me bring this up. The nice thing is let's say you want to donate more. So let's say you wanted to, if you file joint and you have an $800 that you're going to submit and you want to donate $1,000, you could actually take that $200 and make it a tax deduction so that you're also reducing what you owe to the state. So student tuition organizations, you can specify a student that you would like the funds to be directed to. With a qualified charitable organization, you can't do that. However, you can specify the organization to receive your funds. So you can make a choice where you want it to go. If you want to go to one of your schools, if you wanted to go to an extracurricular activity for your children, you have the opportunity to do that. It's very easy to do. You go to our website, you make the payment, you give the receipt to your tax advisor, and then the information is input on your tax returns. So how are the funds used? We offer low-income scholarship funds. So we have talked about how we work with low-income families. And again, like we mentioned previously, things like preschool tuition, before and after school care, extracurricular activities, and more qualify as low-income scholarship funds. And then the grant funds can be used for various activities such as supplies, repairs, purchases, field trips, whatever else one can possibly imagine. So this is nice is because if a teacher, for instance, has an activity that they want to do and they need supplies, they can reach out to their administration and request grant funds from Children's Care Arizona. So what is a donation volunteer? So this is a person who is willing to commit some time to support the organization in raising funds through Children's Care Arizona to support the low-income families within their community. So this person can be a parent, a staff member, a teacher, pretty much anyone willing to help. And there can be more than one. It doesn't have to just be one person. It could be a team of volunteers. So this is someone also willing to learn and understand, as well as share how working with Children's Care Arizona can benefit their community. A lot of times, if we can just explain to others how what we do supports their overall community, they're more willing and able to make the contributions. So the volunteers' responsibilities, they're going to work closely with the donation coordinator, which is me, as well as the main contact within the organization. So they're going to provide support with the organization's annual planning timeline with items such as maybe making copies and distributing flyers, putting up posters. The biggest thing really is going to be attending face-to-face events so that you can explain to families and ask for their tax credit donation. So a lot of people don't understand the difference between tax credits and tax donations. And so we would work together to help you better understand that so you can explain it to the individuals in your community. So also, some people are going to show an interest. So they're going to send us their email. And so this would give you an opportunity to reach out to individuals and share with them information and hopefully get them to commit to making the donation. And then supporting with classroom competitions. Not all organizations are going to participate in this, but if this is something that your organization does, you would be one to support that. So if you have any questions, this is my contact information. The best way to reach me is via email at rtapia@childrenscareaz.org, or you're welcome to give me a call, 480-739-7804. Either way, I really hope that you consider becoming a donation volunteer because you can make a truly huge difference within your community at your organization. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And thank you so much for taking the time. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I look forward to hearing from you.